Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. You know, politics, it's all about how you approach your enemy. Yesterday, we did an analysis here regarding what Edwin Sifuna told Kindiki and Ruto. Coincidentally, there was a burial of Joseph Muiga, the father of Member of Parliament Major Dong, and this burial was conducted in Mukurweni. You know, most of the time when you see politicians in front of people perceived to be of higher rank, like the deputy president, the president, all politicians will always humble, and talk, maybe praise these politicians who are of a higher rank, like the deputy president or the president or the prime CS. They will talk nicely on these people. But this could not happen with Edwin Sifuna. So for those who've been checking the videos which went viral yesterday, especially regarding Edwin Sifuna, then you will agree with me that Edwin Sifuna did not care whether Rigathi Gachagua was the person or the man of the meeting there, or the person who was highly regarded to be someone of a very high rank. In fact, going by the constitution, Gachagua is the second in command. So the expectations that everybody was to praise Rigathi Gachagua. So I want to share that video where Sifuna made those bold statements. Perhaps if you're not seen that video. But before you do that, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and thank you for those who supported this channel by liking and subscribing. So just take a moment and watch this video.
Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais, mimi siwezi jiita rafiki yako, ukweli tu. Sisi sio marafiki, hata leo ndio mara ya kwanza tumepatana hapa. Lakini nataka kukuambia mimi sinaga ubaya na wewe. Hakuna kitu chochote ambacho kinaleta uhasama. Hata huyu rafiki yangu hapa Kagusha juzi alisema kwa TV kichwa yangu ni kubwa sana. Mheshimiwa Naibu Rais, na unajua mimi ni Mluya. Sasa alikuwa anataka nifanye namna gani? Sisi watu wa Luya kila kitu ni kubwa.
Sifuna is currently rated as one of the highest debaters or the greatest debaters in the Kenyan politics. In the video I shared yesterday, and I was talking about what Sifuna told Kindiki and Ruto about them falling, because I was reacting to that was a reaction to what the Kindiki had said previously, when Kindiki said people would be arrested if they heckle in Ruto's rallies and probably Gachagua's rallies. So Sifuna reacted to that sentiment. Also in that video, talked about what Malala said when it's alleged that Malala had given a circular advising the politicians in UDA to refrain from debating with Sifuna because of the embarrassment that was witnessed every time they debate. So in that meeting, there was Kagucha, the Mukurweni Member of Parliament, who seems to be the person who is the MC there. So Sifuna talked about something that Kagucha said in a previous debate. I think, was it on KTN or NTV, Citizen? One of those. But in that session, Kagucha said something which, when Edwin Sifuna brought to the people who are there, it caused huge laughter. But that's not what we want to talk about in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen. What we want to talk about is this statement that Sifuna unleashed and directly targeting Gachagua. I was telling you that Sifuna is one of those leaders who don't give a damn. In fact, going by what he said yesterday, it seems as if the only person he respects is Raila Amolo Odinga. Of course, Raila Amolo Odinga, he is so much indebted to Raila Amolo Odinga to an extent that he's the person he respects. And that's why most of the time when Sifuna talks and Raila is there, he always refers to Raila as Baba, and always seeks the advice of Baba before he makes some decisions. If you also been following the Senate proceedings, especially between the altercation between Sifuna and the Speaker Amason Kingi, you will realize that he doesn't give a damn. Like, for example, almost 2 weeks ago, there was a video I shared in YOLENO's TikTok session and also YOLENO's short section of YouTube, where in that video, Edwin Sifuna told off Amason Kingi against forcing him to read a certain article. That article, I think Sifuna realized that Kingi was trying to corner or to trap Edwin Sifuna. So because Edwin Sifuna was smart enough to notice that, he refused to read that article. And that meant that Amason Kingi was not going to give him a chance to continue with this deliberation. So that is how the session ended. And I think what followed thereafter, that altercation, is that there was a temporary stoppage of the proceedings by Amason Jeffer Kingi. So Amason executed his powers to stop temporarily the proceedings of a session. So back to yesterday's event in Mukurweni, event of the burial of Major Donk's father, Joseph Muiga. No politician in UDA could ever make such a statement in front of Rigathi Gachagua. In fact, no other politician said such words. The only person who made some disturbing words, not disturbing, but aligned to Azimio's quest, was Babu Owino, who talked about maandamano. But you see, Gachagua responded to it politically, saying that they are not people who are prone to throwing stones, maandamano and the like, chaos. But Gachagua was forgetting what happened in Rift Valley that forced Kindiki to issue very stern warning to certain individuals who heckle. In the Rift Valley issue, if Gachagua was keen enough, then he could have refrained from talking about throwing stones, because in Rift Valley, stones were thrown, factions collided with each other. So there was that kind of drama in the Rift Valley. So, ladies and gentlemen, the boldness of Edwin Sifuna, how Edwin Sifuna approaches issues, is why I decided to bring this analysis. So what do you think of Sifuna's boldness and how he dealt with the crisis, with the Rigathi issue, telling Rigathi Gachagua, you are not my friend. You are not my friend. No, that was a fact. There's no point. I've seen so many people who are you are my friend, just to please you. Edwin Sifuna didn't want to please DP. He didn't see any reason why he should please DP. So to me, Edwin Sifuna was not looking for any favor from Rigathi Gachagua, And so that's why he had to tell him the truth. And that was the honest truth. I'd rather have someone like Sifuna who talks about the true position of himself, as opposed to leaders like Sabina Chege. Let's just take, for example, Sabina Chege. Sabina Chege in that meeting talked about, you being our spokesperson. That is Gachagua. He praised Gachagua, forgetting that last year but one, he was fighting Gachagua. So Sabina Chege is one of those leaders you can't even rely on. I would rather even rely on Edwin Sifuna than rely on someone like Sabina Chege or Kanini Kega. People who are considered to be of double standards or double speak. Sabina Chege praised Gachagua, told Gachagua he is the spokesperson, or he is the kingpin. Well, we very well know that the kingpin of Mount Kenya is still Uhuru Kenyatta. And the reality is that it is Uhuru Kenyatta, because even in 2027, after 2027, that is now when the reality will come to the fore. And Rigathi will realize that kumbe he has all along been used as a ploy, or he's always been used as used, and probably is going to be dumped back then. Because Ruto knows that he needs to protect the predecessor, because these presidents must protect each other. So he will protect Uhuru back after 2027. No, that's the reality. And you can take this point to the bank, because I'm telling you the truth. And just give it time. 2027, ikifika past 2027, you will see the reality. Because already you saw people complaining that Gachagua amekuwa akidharauliwa. You have seen that, on the social media. You have seen people talk about that. You have seen politicians allied to Gachagua talk about that. You saw the Nyeri governor also make such statements, Gachagua anadharauliwa, when there was proposal to create 2 deputy party leaders of UDA. And that was supposed to weaken Gachagua and it give Musalia Mudavadi a higher rank in UDA. You know, there was a target that William Ruto had. And especially when Ruto talked about a woman deputy president, he was targeting Gachagua. He was creating a confrontation between the women of this country and Gachagua, because Gachagua was not going to allow that narrative. So, to my understanding, William Ruto used wisdom to deal with Gachagua in that kind of, during that women's G7 launch. So Gachagua alieko katika kona with that statement because he had to react. And of course, he reacted. So that's why the following day, Gachagua's response was that will be after 2032. Tutakaa hapo kwa 2032 tuelewane. But 2027, no. That means if at all they don't pick a woman deputy president or deputy party leader or deputy president speak in 2027, Ruto will successfully say that it's because of Gachagua. That's why we don't have a woman deputy president or deputy presidential candidate. So if that happens, that means in 2032, if maybe let's say they sail through 2027, now they are on to 2032, watasema kwamba wakati huo sasa mwanamke anaweza kuwa. That will be to lock out Musalia Mudavadi, who is also, who is behind the scene trying to position himself for either deputy president or a president. So some of these things form the basis of why we have this analysis. And Sifuna told Gachagua the truth. That is the truth, ladies and gentlemen. So perhaps if you watch this video and you've not subscribed, please take 1 second, subscribe to this channel, give this video a like, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.